Good Sunday morning to you. It's a beautiful day. Shots of bad lawns for Gardener Earth Guy. He seems to take real interest in the state of the lawns in my neighborhood. Some are better than others. But what are you going to do? There you go. Here's a nicer, greener one. Greenish-er. I watched a video. It was recommended. It was in my recommended list by P&P News. The auditor's name, I'm guessing it's a husband and wife auditor, but the channel name is Carolina Guardian. That's what you get for eating crap off the street, dude. Yeah, disgusting. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was actually physical crap. Yeah, you did. Did you eat crap? Huh? Did you eat crap? Huh, buddy? I don't know if it was actual crap, but he finds these crunchy things and I have no idea what they are. And I've long given up trying to dig them out of his mouth. Anyway. If it's chewy, I'll still dig him out of his mouth. But crunchy, no. I've rescued a couple condoms from his mouth. I don't know entirely how I feel about that. I feel kind of icky about it, but I'd prefer to get the condoms out of his mouth than to, yeah, that's the kind of neighborhood I live in. Congratulations. And you walk around there at 4 at night? Yeah, don't live in fear. It'll ruin you. Anyway. Carolina Guardian. Another creative auditor name. It's amazing how formulaic it is. News Now Carolina, Carolina Guardian, Carolina Transparency, Carolina Cop Watch, Carolina Audits, Carolina Cop Block. It's all so formulaic. No creativity. Anyway, so in this particular video, it's absolutely amazing. These two fine, educated, upstanding people are at a Social Security office. And of course, the last place anybody wants to be filmed is at a Social Security office because you're giving out your Social Security number. You're discussing your Social Security. And people steal Social Security numbers, kids. That's why you're supposed to protect your Social Security number. That's why on all documents where your Social Security number is given, usually it's only the last 4 showing, so people can't just take your Social Security number. And there's reasons for those protections in place because people steal Social Security numbers, and then these fine, upstanding citizens want to film inside the Social Security office. They start off by pointing at it's called the appendix. It's 41 CFR 102-74. It's the appendix for that entire chapter. That's what gets posted. That is what is posted on GSA properties. GSA requires it to be posted at the door. One of those subsections is 420. 420 says, except where like rules, regulations, orders, directives, federal court orders or whatever prohibit it, filming is allowed. And then in subsection C, in lobbies, corridors, foyers, and auditoriums. So they point to this and they see the date on this particular appendix is from 2005, and he's got a stick. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. And they are certain that there's a newer DHS memo. They think it's the DHS memo. That's where we're at, kids. That's where we're at. These fine folks are out there and they're going to do us some learning about how the law works. They're going to learn us up real good about the DHS 2018 memo. The internal policy memo from the FPS is what they think is posted on the door of that Social Security office. So they, of course, get into an argument, and there is a sign that is posted. It's an official sign in purple crayon and everything for Jerry Bushman. who I still don't have. You guys are being negligent in acquiring bobbleheads for me. It's an official sign, all done in proper color, not in black and white. It says no filming. Oh, good Lord. Oh, that's gonna get pretty interesting. You gonna win? So it says no filming, and they start yelling about unlawful sign and unlawful orders, and how they can film anywhere that they're allowed to be. And ouch, thank you. Oh God, this is getting terrible. All right, so it's hard to concentrate when the boy has a stick. He gets super excited. Oh, did you want to see what's going on? He got unwound, and I think he broke the stick in his mouth. No, still good? All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, he did break the stick. Look at you go. Adventures of a dog with a stick. Anyway, they point at, it's assault if they get touched. They say that the security guard has no authority outside the doors. They say it's against the fire code to close the doors. They say that the photography sign is unlawful because it doesn't state a penal code. So it's just a smorgasbord of all the standard nonsense you hear from auditors. They have collected. I'm almost wondering if they're Poe's. I'm almost wondering if this is Poe's law in action, if they are just trolling the whole community so hard with that level of nonsense. Because I don't know how you'd be able to actually operate a camera if you were that. Anyway, yeah, so, and they say they can't be trespassed from public property unless they commit a crime. Thank you for that, California Guardian. You're the one who started that crap. You should feel bad, because people in Carolina are now misquoting California law. Jesus, it's terrible. Some people are really upset over cops being able to park in the fire lanes on red curbs. And that's fine. You have every right to have that opinion. And I am not trying to take that opinion away from anybody. If you don't like it, there are actual ways to solve it rather than taking video of it. It almost looked like he was taking surreptitious video of it because he didn't catch much of what was going on around him. It was kind of weird. I was like, when I was watching his video, trying to see where things were just so that I could like show you guys so that everything would be all clear and hunky-dory. He kept his camera pointed down, kind of like I do. So, but then he went and identified all the streets and everything. Now I'm sure that everybody's identified all the streets that I walk around, and that's good. You guys can do that. But I'm just saying, it seemed like he was doing it surreptitiously. But that isn't going to solve anything. Saying that the cops are breaking the law when they're not is also not going to solve anything. And the solution isn't going to be to ask the city to ticket city vehicles, because the city pays the ticket on a city vehicle. It's the owner of the vehicle that pays the ticket, not the driver. Now, I have offered a solution. Pound Sand has been very vocal. It really disturbs him. And the easiest solution I could think of is a policy solution. If it really bothers you, then contact the mayor or whoever is ultimately police commissioner, whoever's ultimately kind of in charge of getting the ball rolling on new policies for the police department. And explain the situation, see if they agree, and if they agree that it's a little ridiculous that cops are doing donut runs and they're using the red curbs to park to get donuts or whatever, then maybe they'll change it. Maybe. Personally, I don't personally find it to be an issue. I wouldn't be able to park in that red zone anyway, whether the cop was there or not. So I don't get butthurt. I don't personally get butthurt that cops can do things I can't. It's just that's the way life is. And if you spend all your life thinking about the things that other people get to do and you can't, instead of working to change your life to be able to do more of the things you want to do, you get what you deserve. Cops get to park in the handicap spots and I don't. Oh no. Well, get handicapped. Solve that problem right quick. So I'm not really terribly sure there's a real good reason to be all upset over the cops, but if that's your pet peeve, then unlike other people in the community, I will support your right to speak out on it. Speaking of speaking out, I don't even remember what that guy's name was. There was some yokel. I want to say like Scouting 101 or Scrapping 101 or I don't even remember. Anyway, this dude was broke down on the side of the road, no tags, live streaming, begging for money. It was going to cost him at least $100 for a tow. Boomer was obviously a mod. Had a wrench. I don't know why people give Boomer a wrench, but I guess they like authoritarians. And I asked the very simple question, the easy question of why not just pay for tags like normal people do? Why not just have tags? And then you don't have to worry about having your vehicle ticketed or towed or impounded while you're going to someplace to get parts or, instead of having to think you have to sit there and worrying about sitting there so that you get a ticket versus leaving it. And if the police come along, it gets impounded. You guys, there are good reasons to actually just pay for your tags. You're a statist. Yeah, well, I also can park where I want without fear of having the cops come. Well, park where it's legal, I guess, without having to fear about the cops coming and impounding my shit. The cop can pull up behind me on the freeway and I know my tags are good. I know I have insurance. I don't have to sweat it. Unless I've been speeding and then I sweat it a little bit. But hey, everybody does that. I could pull up and park right next to a cop at the grocery store. Done that a time or two. Nodded and said hi. Nope. I'll probably end it here so you don't have to endure pocket time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.